Pokémon Snap is one of the Pokémon spin-off games that acknowledges the anime with its representation of Professor Oak and especially the appearance of everyone's favorite photographer, Todd Snap. And with this being the year of Pokémon Snap's return, why not take a look back at Todd's anime appearance? Todd was a character introduced in the original series who traveled with Ash, Brock, and Misty for a while. How long were they together? A whopping 3 episodes. Not much, but it definitely was enough to warrant his more successful appearance in the video games. But maybe there's something there, so let's go ahead and take a look. First up is the appropriately titled debut episode, Pokémon Paparazzi. Things sort of start off normal enough with the gang eating some jelly donuts.
These rice balls are pretty good.
What? They actually call it rice balls this time? This makes for some inconsistencies in the English dub. They probably actually call it a rice ball this time around because Brock was pretty obviously using rice to make them. Well, after Japanese culture, we get right back to America as Ash seems to think someone shoots them. Well, he's not too far off as it turns out the boy, Todd Snap, is trying to creep some photos of them. Thankfully, everything is straightened out. I do like this moment where it's revealed that Todd photographed the Aerodactyl from a few episodes back, Ash included. It makes everything feel connected as the actions of our main characters affect people around them, and it's a clever way of tying the character of the day into the main narrative. But anyway, it's time for some pancakes.
I love pancakes.
I haven't had pancakes in a long time.
Yeah, pancakes. Wait, they're actually pancakes? I thought it was gonna end up being like dorayaki or something, but these are actual hometown American pancakes. I'm sorry, I'm just fascinated with this episode and all the food in it. But we find out that Todd is insistent on photographing Pikachu, and prefers pictures of Pokemon when they're candid and thinks posing ruins the shot. Something I've mentioned before is that I feel the original series of Pokemon does a great job of introducing characters who feel like they really live in the world of Pokemon, in the sense that we get a look into characters who don't have any interest in battling or competing in the Pokemon League. They're just doing their own thing and loving Pokemon in their own way. Todd doesn't even have any Pokemon, he just likes photographing them. But from here we find out he's been trying to get a picture of Pikachu at the request of some old folks who look an awful lot like Team Rocket, because they heard Todd can capture any Pokemon. Do you get it? Like, capture them on film? Well, even though Team Rocket doesn't see the obvious pun, they leave Todd to his own devices as he attempts to snag a picture of Pikachu, unsuccessfully. But things go awry as they fall into a pitfall trap left by Team Rocket, and Todd rescues Ash and Pikachu, who have been swept away from the others. And now it's that time of the episode, about 2/3 in, where we encounter Team Rocket.
Why don't you have one of these?
But what the? Things blow up in their face and Ash and Todd become friends as they can bond over their love of Pokemon. It's a nice episode overall. Todd fits in pretty well to their group and brings an interesting dynamic. So much so that he stays with them into the next episode.
Today's all-new Pokémon will return in a moment on Kids WB. And now, back to an all-new Pokémon on Kids WB.
The ultimate test. While everyone is eating sandwiches, Todd lets them know about the Pokemon League admissions exam, which apparently is another method of obtaining badges, meant for people who can't travel around the region for them. So that's the main plot of this episode, as Ash gets all registered for practical and written exams. I like that while they're doing all of this, Todd is just hanging out in the background, taking pictures of other Pokemon. Ayo, is that a green Weedle? This boy just out here shiny and ain't no one saying a thing. But yeah, this episode really focuses mostly on Ash taking this exam. Jesse and James are there too. It is the episode that features the infamous Jigglypuff seen from above scene, as well as this amazing reaction image. Aside from the Jigglypuff, I would just blaze through all of these questions. I am a master of Pokemon Stadium trivia, and during the practical exams, it's also cool to see them use rental Pokemon, a fun feature from the games we haven't seen often in the anime, and it makes for some funny interactions as James gets a Pikachu, and Ash gets a wheezing Arbok and Meowth. What a coincidence. But overall, this hilarious episode might actually be one of my favorites, just with how weird things can get. But I've been here for a while, and this is meant to be a Todd Snap video, and this makes the final episode an interesting one, because in the Breeding Center Secret, well, a lot happens. Online, this is typically listed as the last episode of Season 1. This is also the episode that introduces Butch and Cassidy as they run one of the greatest scams I've ever seen. But I'm actually going to leave it for its own discussion because because at the end of the episode, Todd leaves the group after being a big help. Though he mostly shined in his own debut episode. These other two, he just kinda becomes part of the group. Not a whole lot to say, but for sure, he fits in with everyone else and is great to see. And he does come back later in some Johto episodes, but that's also for another time. For now, this is Todd Snap in the Kanto series. He lives on doing what he loves, taking pictures of Pokémon.
Here at the Kids WB Pokemon Training Center, we feel that the first step on the path to greatness is to know your Pokies.
Identify this Pokemon.
It's a Voltorb.
It's a Pokeball.
It's an Electrode.
And the answer is a Jigglypuff seen from above.
Hey, this is hard.
Don't know your Pokemon? Catch 'em all new, next on Kids WB.
But anyway, hey, this is GatorX, and let me know what you think. Have you ever seen these episodes? Again, kind of what I discussed about the Pokemon Game Boy Advance video. Since this is from the first series, it's actually just free on Pokemon TV, which is where I watched it, so it's pretty easy. But it was kind of interesting to go back to watch these episodes, at least, you know, these three, because, you know, I definitely do remember them, having watched them long ago, but, you know, going back and seeing them, actually, you know, seeing where a lot of these funny things come from. For one thing, again, you know, the premiere of Butch and Cassidy happens to line up with the, you know, where Todd leaves them for a bit. And on top of that, you know, the famous quiz episode, the famous Jigglypuff scene from above, actually has Todd Snap and the boy Green Weedle in it. So it's kind of funny to see all that line up. Like I said, you know, the first episode where he debuts, great, shows him off a lot, but then, you know, afterwards he just kind of sticks around. He's still there, and he's still, you know, funny and important, but, you know, not as much. Well, you know, again, I guess in that last episode, which, you know, I didn't even talk about, but, you know, that last one is a big one. And I really like it. But, you know, all of that for another day. If you'd like to see me discuss maybe Todd Snap and Johto, we could check those episodes out. And, you know, I'll get to all the different ones, you know. With this whole Pokemon anime retrospective, I'm really just picking certain individual moments, certain individual characters or episodes, and then just watching an episode or a batch of episodes. No real order, just kind of doing what I want. But if that's something you enjoy, let me know in the comments below. And if there are any episodes, arcs, characters that I should check out specifically that you'd like to see, let me know that as well. Getting excited for Pokemon Snap next week from the time this video goes up. So we'll see how that game turns out. Looks fun. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe to show your support. You can enable notifications by clicking that bell icon next to the subscribe button. And make sure you see each new video as it comes out. If you'd like to support, think I deserve it, there's also the applause button. It's a little heart next to the likes and dislikes. But anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.